Hello trainers, Kaneto here, and today we're diving together into Hoenn Cup with a very exciting video because I'm running the Legacy Move Earthquake on the Regirock. Yeah, I know you don't care about this, but it's all about the Poltergeister, the amazing Shadow Dusclops. So right now we're gonna go in with our Sableye trying to catch a Focus Blast here. This is not gonna happen, it is gonna be the Zap Cannon, and they are gonna delete me down with that Gardevoir. My plan is simply here going in with the Regirock, trying to get both of those shields out of the Gardevoir. Most of Gardevoir abusers are gonna go ahead and double block this Pokemon because they can simply farm anything on the meta with 2 blocks other than the Registeel. So at this point we're just gonna keep going here, down we go, but we got the Poltergeister and 2 shields for the end game. So let's see how well we can manage here because we have to block no matter what. There is gonna be that Registeel coming in trying to get some of our energy out of play, so we're just gonna throw the Ice Punch. Down they got this amount of HP, even resist it. We're talking about a Shadow Dusclops. They have at the back the Sableye, the safest pick of them all, but we don't care. Poltergeist for the nuke on the Sableye, we can still survive the charms, and that is a charming victory to start off the video. Into the next one now, and we're having the Registeel up on the lead. You know what, that's kinda weird, so let's get now to those Earthquakes for severe damage against them. What I like about Earthquake is that it charges up a little bit faster than the Focus Blast, and not everyone is expecting it, so having an opponent like Registeel here is gonna mean that they're gonna get to almost the Focus Blast, so they're gonna see that we throw much earlier than that, and they're gonna expect something like a Stone Edge, so that can always work towards my advantage. At this point we're just gonna see how the next matchup goes because we're having the mirror on the Sableye, and at this point we will try to completely farm down. Of course we cannot, and that is gonna be a bummer. So down we go, but we can still go in with the Regirock trying to get out of here with 100 energy left. Let's see what they have at the back though, because this can always be pretty interesting, and it is gonna be the Altaria. So the super effective Stone Edge will try to take both of them shields out of play because we have a lot of energy to spare. Down they go, and now my Dusclops can go pretty clutch against that Pokemon. I'm pretty close to the Ice Punch, not gonna throw it yet, and instead I'm gonna get to the Poltergeist. I do not want to spend the shield here on the Regi, so that makes a lot of sense, and all I have to do now is to rely on my Dusclops to close this match. So obviously a nice punch from a Shadow Pokemon will do the trick, right? Well, yes, again, Dusclops doesn't have a very good attack stat, and at this point we're getting destroyed. So here comes the Sky Attack, but we can survive. Last second charge up to the Ice Punch, we can get there. Weird IVs really matter, and that is a solid victory. Not always Poltergeist, but sometimes Ice Punch can do the trick. However, this is a Poltergeist video, so stay tuned till the end because we have a lot of nukes coming up. Let's see now this matchup with the Whiskas. This is a switch in, so I'm just gonna get to my Earthquake, trying to put the 50% of HP that Whiskas, so I can finish it off with a simple foul play, and I want to get out of this battle with a lot of energy while I do not care about my HP at all. So I'm just gonna let the second one go through, and you can see that my Sableye doesn't have the best IVs possible. So I was counting the moves here, so trying to go for that CMP. Down they go obviously, and now I have one more for the Altaria, which is coming in. At this point we have put the Altaria at the point that perhaps one Ice Punch with a little bit of Hex pressure can absolutely finish it off, but instead I'm first gonna go in with my Regirock because I'm super close to the Stone Edge, try to take a shield out of play, and now my Dusclops has to do the trick. They are not switching out and staying in, which means that they might have something like a Deoxys or a Medicham at the back, or something else weak to my Pokemon, but I think those two are gonna be my main options right now. So I have to block obviously here the second Sky Attack because it's gonna connect for big damage, and we do not like that for our closer. Here comes the Ice Punch after I overfarmed a little bit here, but they managed to catch on the Medi. At this point I have to throw immediately my Poltergeist, but I decide to catch the move on my Regirock. Look at that though, they were expecting it, going for the Power Up Punch. Are you kidding me? Why did you do it? Now the Poltergeist, goodbye my fellow Medicham, and we have to outspeed here to the Ice Punch against the Altaria, and that is a solid victory. Into the next one now, against a trainer with a Medicham upon the lead. Horrible lead scenario, however our backline can really make up for this very bad lead, because now we can go in with a Sableye. We are met up with a Walrein, which can absolutely wreck us apart if they want to. However, it seems like we are lagging a little bit, so let's see how this will end. We're trying to block here, of course, because we want that Medicham out of our Regirock's way, and we still got another Ghost type for that Medi, so we can definitely break that alignment for sure. Down they go, not gonna spend a shield, which is kinda wise I guess, I'm not sure about it. Anyways, their own Sableye goes in, and at this point I have a foul play ready to go for my Sableye, third in a row for that amazing damage output at them, and now the Medi has to face my Poltergeister. You can see that the elo is kinda high at the legend mark, so we're looking at some people that are really struggling with their elo, trying to get to legend, or they're already legends, so yeah, their level is pretty high. So let's get now to the Poltergeist, no bait at all. Are they gonna take it? Yes they are. Goodbye Medicham. At the back there is gonna be the return of the Sableye, and now we have the Ice Punch that can definitely get a shield out of them. However, the battle is not over yet, and we have to rely on the double Stone Edge if we want to have any chance at all. So here comes the first foul play. We are gonna take it, obviously, gonna block the second, and now this is a race to the double move. Let's get to the Stone Edge. Can we finish off this Sableye? No, we cannot. Not right on time, because they have the shield and the second one will never pop out, so that is a very underwhelming loss, and well played to the trainer. They really did a very good job there. Into the next one now, against another Medicham on the switch. We're met up with the Altaria, which is not good if you want to flip around that lead scenario. However, I'm just gonna go for the bait here, because I'm always charging up to the return, and if they block, I'm just gonna block as well. So they block the move, and at this point I'm just gonna get to another bait here, another foul play. They are gonna block, which is pretty cool for me, and I have to get to another foul play, third in a row after getting those shields out of play, and I think we can somehow farm down here with our Reggie. Let's see if that's the case, because it feels like it is. We're gonna get hit most probably by a Moonblast. Yeah, Sky Attack is resist, so it makes a lot of sense. Gonna farm down, get out of here with 100 energy. They got the return of the Medi, but we don't care at all. Just gonna block this move, because it might be a Psychic, which is not. It ends up being a Ice Punch, and all I have to do is to go for a Poltergeist and finish them off. So let's see if that is gonna happen. They are gonna switch out to a Gardevoir. I think it was a Gardevoir. One shot down the Pokemon, and they were extremely weak to the Dusclops. They were not expecting it. Down they go, and that is a solid victory for our team, with Dusclops closing this battle. Walrein, the next one, they are staying in, and that makes me think that they want to go either for the bait here, or just have another Pokemon at the back extremely weak to that Regirock of mine. So I'm just gonna let those moves go through. I can still survive the double Icicle Spear, definitely not gonna be an Earthquake for the second one, and I'm gonna take both of them shields out of the way. We have already built up our first part of our plan with those shields out of play. We still got two, and I'm just gonna spend a shield here because I'm getting greedy, and now my Dusclops might be on a very good spot to close this battle pretty effectively with those Poltergeists. Able to get to the Great because I want to farm even more. Sableye of their own at the back, and we are already there on the double foul play. We can definitely reach to back, finishing them off. The main star of this battle was Sableye, not gonna lie about it, so now I'm gonna switch out immediately to my Dusclops and get out of play whatever remains in the battle. They're still switch locked here, so I'm just gonna get straight to the Poltergeist for big damage. Will this be enough? Who was worried, trainers? Of course it is. Down they go, neutral damage for lethal damage, and that is an amazing win for our Dusclops team. The Ox is on the switch. You know what? I'm just gonna try and farm a little bit with my Regirock. Come on, Ganeto, you got this. Now gonna switch out to my Sableye, and I still have my Dusclops with the Ice Punch for that Altaria, which is pretty neat. We can still take those moves. Gonna charge up to a double foul play, and let's see if they want to spend the shield or not. Okay, they're gonna take it, which makes a lot of sense. Down they go, and I have one more for that Altaria, which is definitely gonna return into the battle. You know what? This is gonna deal a nice chunk to the Altaria, and once again, we have brought at the point that a Stone Edge or a Nice Punch can finish it off on the end game. They try to catch the Stone Edge on that Reggie, but instead we get to the double Earthquake, and that's why I prefer Earthquake over Focus Blast. The opponent is not expecting it. We can still go with back-to-back and much faster than we can on the Focus Blast, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Now my Dusclops can go in, all we have to do is to block the next move. Hopefully no debuff, let's see together. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get the debuff obviously, and now my Poltergeist for sure will not knock out, but let's see how much damage, extremely much damage to that poor Registeel. Gonna block the next one obviously, and they're gonna get now into the battle with the Altaria, but we are already there on that double Ice Punch, and even though we are debuffed, we can still finish them off right on time before they reach the move, and at this point the battle is already over. They know that, they back out, and that is another good game for our team. Deoxys up against our Regirock. We do not like those ults. Our safe switch is on the face of Sableye, so here it comes up against them, and surprisingly they stay in. So here comes the Thunderbolt, a lot of damage on my Pokemon, but we can still survive. However, now they go for the switch, and it's too late to throw my energy. Perhaps that was a mistake, but on the other hand, I was expecting the switch much earlier, and I did not want them to catch a move on their next Pokemon. Anyways, it is gonna be the Wall Range, so at this point we can definitely go in with our Regirock, hoping to get a shield, but my opponent definitely knows better, able to get the move. Down they go, and they don't care at all, because now they have the return of the Deoxys, which makes a lot of sense against my Regirock. It is gonna be the Registeel at the back. So trainers, here comes the boom, and boom! Look at the damage on the Metal Trash Can, and our weird Scarfy Ghost type Pokemon is just gonna take this victory with this Ice Punch. Look at that. Now we can pressure for a shield for sure, and we already have the double Ice Punch on that matter. So they have to block, trying to catch a move now on the Regirock. Is it gonna be the Zap Cannon? Yes it is, we can still survive. Deoxys goes in, and at this point the Stone Edge will be more than enough to finish off the Deoxys, even with the debuff. Did we get the debuff? I hope so, or actually I don't hope so. We can still finish off with Dusclops, but anyways. So I have a question for you. Is that a scarf on the Dusclops, or is it a weird mustache? Because it is pretty interesting now that I'm seeing it. Anyways, let's see in a while when Dusclops returns to the battle. So Medicham against our Pokemon, they're gonna throw the Ice Punch, which is kinda weird. What do you have at the back, trainer? It is gonna be the Walrein, so they wanted to put us at the point that an Icicle Spear can finish us off. They are gonna spend the shield, and at this point I'm considering shall I block, shall I not? Of course I will not eventually, but it was a pretty cool thought if I could block, because I could definitely pressure for that second shield, and that could have been a game changer for my Dusclops. However, the battle is not over yet. We can still survive the moves. The CMP was not triggered. I was kinda lucky on that matter. Well, lag happened, and now we're gonna see the switch out. It is gonna be the Metagross on the Shadow form. We have to respect the damage. This Pokemon probably one-shots us down. It is gonna do the same amount of damage like Poltergeist does. This Metagross on a Shadow form is pretty interesting, and it's a shiny as well. Pretty nice flex by the enemy. So we have to survive here, the move, and then reach to the Poltergeist. However, it is the Earthquake, and that was a bummer. So charging up a little bit extra here. I know that they cannot reach to the Earthquake. However, I can still get to the Stone Edge after I get hit by an Icicle Spear. Down they go. We can outspeed to the move and the Earthquake. Goodbye freaking Medicham, out of the way, and now let's move forward into the final one, trainers, after a wonderful closing part by Regirock. Walrein up on the lead, wonderful lead, and we're gonna see now the Stone Edge on the Sableye. I want to put this Pokemon at a point that I can definitely farm down with my own Sableye after I do not spend the shield. Is that even possible? Let's see together, because they're getting super close to the second one, but I think we can outspeed here, so here it is, my foul play. We can definitely win that CMP. Look at those bad IVs that I have on my Pokemon, and now we're gonna get hit by their foul play. You know what? I let that go through because I have that shield advantage. Otherwise, I could block and easily farm down, but I want to farm down with my Dusclops and get out of here with a lot of energy. down goes Sableye, we got the Poltergeist, they are gonna go to the Boomtown, down you go Trainer with the Poltergeist from the Dusclops, and that is definitely gonna secure my victory because Medicham is at the back, and Trainers, you know what's coming, that is gonna be a wrap everyone! Thank you for watching Trainers, just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and if you want to support even more, well, joining as a member can always help with that matter. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, Trainers!